everyone, Kaylee, your friendly neighborhood hairstylist here, and today we're going to talk about all the ways to get the most out of your hair extensions. Okay, I'm assuming you know this about me, but just in case you don't, I love hair extensions, like a lot. I have to hold myself back from buying them constantly, and I have to hold myself back from using them in every single video because I know that everybody doesn't have them. But today is for my people that do. Because I've got a closet full of hair extensions. I have been buying them for the past 10 years, and I've learned a whole lot in the process. And I was thinking about, like, if I just wanted to have a big sister moment with somebody that had just gotten their first pack of hair extensions, or they were just trying to figure it out, what would I say? And this video was birthed. So in this video, I want to talk about caring for your hair extensions because it can seem really daunting and overwhelming, and obviously you don't want to mess them up. So I'm going to talk about how to take care of them so that they last you really, really long. But we're also going to talk about some little tips, tricks, hair hacks that you can use with your extensions so that you don't always have to put in like the whole 10 pieces of hair, but you can still really get use out of your hair extensions, and it just kind of extends the amount of things that you can do with them. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this. I feel like it can be a little daunting when you first step into the extension world, so I just want to like hold your hand and take you through it today. Before this video gets started, if you're excited about some hair extension tips and tricks, hit that like button to let me know and to help support my channel. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button to join the Braidaholic family here on Kayley Melissa. Very first thing to touch on is that if you're going to buy hair extensions, buy good hair extensions. I know there are a ton of options out there. You guys have heard me talk almost exclusively about Beyond hair extensions because they're my very favorite. And I've chosen to come back to them and to work with them over and over again because I just think they're that good. And they are sponsoring today's video, but I would say that regardless. And it's important to me to have a good base or a good set of hair extensions because that is going to get you more use. Some things that I look for in that really good base are multi-tonal shades. One of the reasons for that is that it's going to match your hair and look a lot more natural no matter what, but also like as your hair, especially like mine, I kind of go like lighter and darker throughout the year. With multi-tonal shades, it kind of appeals to the highlights and lowlights in the extensions, so you can wear it no matter if your hair is a little darker or a little lighter and it still blends. Number two, I love something that's pre-layered because my own hair is only this long, and that way I don't have to take it into a stylist to get it layered. It just is ready out of the pack. But also, like, I'm growing my hair out and this will still totally work once my hair has grown out to this length. So that's awesome. Whereas if I was to get it specifically layered at a hairstylist, I might be kind of stuck with that length. And third, you want really good quality hair because you want to start with something that's already in pretty good shape so that when you're doing all the wash and care and styling, you have a whole lot more room to really maintain the extensions over a long time versus if you start with something that's a lower quality product. So I know that like when you're buying hair extensions online, it can feel so difficult to sort through all the smoke and mirrors and get what you're actually looking for. And that's why I love working with Beyond because I really trust them and their quality and that they're gonna really come through for you guys every single time. So I super duper recommend. If/when you do get your Beyond hair extensions, you can use code KMXBeyond to let them know that I sent you and to get a free gift at checkout. But that being said, let's get on to ways that we can care for and extend the life of our hair extensions. So you do want to wash and condition your hair extensions just like you do your normal hair. They are human hair. So what works on your hair will most likely work on extensions. I think the first thing people ask me is how often are you supposed to wash your hair extensions? And it mostly depends on how much product you're using and how often you're wearing them. I wear extensions a few times a month, so I could get away with washing them once every 2 months-ish. And I also recommend like right after you get them, give them a wash before you ever wear them. It's just a good idea. So when it is time to wash them, an optional step you can take if you're feeling like it is to give them a little oil treatment. You can just put some oil through your hair, let it sit for a few minutes to overnight, and then you'll be able to wash them. When you do go to wash them, I like to wash them either in the shower while a mask sits on my own hair or just at the sink. And I do wash them weft by weft because I find that's the easiest to make sure that I'm getting everything nicely cleaned. So basically you're gonna go through first and shampoo them just like you would with your own hair. So you just, get some shampoo in your hand, lather it through, and I'll just kind of go through each weft until they're all shampooed, and then I'll go through and I'll rinse them all. And then you add on your conditioner, just like you do with your hair. But because you're not washing this as often as you're washing your hair, it's a good idea to just go ahead and go in with a deep conditioning treatment. I think something that has some protein in it is probably a good idea as well. So if you have one of those masks laying around, use that. Once you have the mask on the hair, you're gonna let it sit. Have a little spa day, a little moment for however long the little mask bottle says to leave it on. Then you're gonna rinse it out. Rinse it out with cold water, because it's not on your head. It's not gonna be as annoying as trying to, I don't know about you. When I try to rinse my hair with cold water, it is not a fun experience. But with extensions, it's a lot easier. Then if you have any leave-in products that you normally put on your hair, throw them on the extensions too. It's really nice to add in a little bit more moisture, maybe some UV protection, maybe some heat protection. Any of those things are gonna be so good for the hair. Like basically we wanna baby it. We want to treat it like our sweet little hair baby and just give it as much stuff as we can. And then for drying, I super recommend air drying. First of all, blow drying hair extensions takes forever and is not fun. There's just that. But I also find that like brushing at them and using the hair dryer is just a lot of stress on the hair. Personally, not a fan of it. And it's a lot easier just to let them air dry. So if I feel like I've already done enough and I just want to be done, I just plop them over my towel bar on top of my towels and let them dry. Usually takes like overnight and they're ready to go. But if I'm feeling a little bit more extra and I want to save future Kayley for some extra work, I'll do like little pin curls where you basically roll up the hair into like a little donut and whatever size curl I normally do on my hair and let it dry that way. And when you do that, after it's dry, you pick it up, it's already curled and ready to go. I mean, guys. I feel like heatless hairstyles can be so difficult on ourselves because, we move and sleep and all that, but when you can do it on hair that just stays there, it's so easy. And it will help your extensions to last longer, and also you don't have to style them, so that's just winning, winning, winning. When it does come time to heat style, here's what we're gonna do. Again, we're trying to create a long-lasting hair extension situation. So first of all, you're gonna use heat protectant. This is not up for debate. You will be using heat protectant, spray it through the hair, and then I recommend either styling them clipped into your head or on a hair extension hanger. It just makes it so much easier when it's really clipped onto something and anchored. And you wanna make sure your hot tool is set to the lowest heat possible, again, because we are trying to extend life here. So if you're going in with the highest temperature, it's just not as good for the longevity. Keep it low. And all of those things together are your just A+ level hair extension care routine. Again, this is every 10 washes or product buildup. If you are wearing them every single day, it could be every 2 weeks. I'm not a stickler on it being exactly 10 days. So it doesn't have to be super frequent, and it actually doesn't take that long once you've gotten into the routine of it. And it's so nice when you have freshly cleaned and shiny extensions to clip in. It's a really nice feeling. Now we get into the hair extension hacks / tips and tricks. These are things that need to be out there more and aren't, so we're gonna talk about it. All right, 1 second. I actually have to take my hair out to show you. So if your hair is short or medium, you're going to have these pieces at the nape of your neck that are causing a scene. Now I've showed you in videos before, and I will link them over here somewhere and in the description box, where I actually will clip up the bottom half of my hair when it's short, because that's the easiest way to deal with really short hair. But once you're in the medium category, let me put you onto this because it's gonna change your life. So instead of putting your very first weft just an inch or two above the hairline, you're going to flip it over so that the clips are actually facing away from your head, and you're gonna place the band right here against the nape of your neck. And from here, you're gonna take the clips and you're going to line them up with your hairline and clip directly into the hairline. And when you clip these in, I recommend that you actually pivot the clip so that it is straight up and down. And that way, once you close it, everything hangs straight down, just like it would if your hair was actually that long at the nape of your neck. And then you pull it forward, and it helps to disguise the hairs that were right here exposing me just a couple of minutes ago. And for me, because I am growing out a little bit more of a blunt cut, I do this with my one-piece wefts as well. Normally these go right here in the hairstyle. I actually will put them right behind my ear. So I'll grab a tiny piece of hair from my hairline, face the clip away from my head, and clip it that way. And you can kind of see the difference between the two sides. This is disrupting all of the hair that you can see hanging forward right here. So it's helpful to add that extra one clip weft if you need to, and it's gonna totally depend on your haircut and your hair length. But essentially, you're just creating a new hairline for yourself. So once again, it's a little piece of hair from your hairline. Face the clip away from you, turn the clip straight up and down, and close. That trick is one of my favorites to use because it makes changing your hair from shorter to longer so easy and so fast. And I also feel like I don't have to watch out for my hair as much. Like, oh no, is a little short piece sticking out or anything? Like, nah, I'm not worried about it. So there you go, tip number 1, create a faux hairline. We did it. Hack number 2. You do not have to wear your extensions as a full set every single time you do it. And I love that because some days I want the whole 10-piece set life like I have today. And some days I just want to be able to clip in a couple little extra things so I can feel a little bit more glam and go. So I'm gonna have my sister Anna Laura demonstrate my very favorite way to do that. And that is with just 3 wefts. You're gonna start by making a horseshoe shape at the nape of your neck, just about 1 inch up from the hairline. And you're gonna take your 7-inch weft and you're going to apply that to the horseshoe shape that you've just taken. Then you're gonna drop it all down and you're gonna make a diagonal section that goes from your hairline to just about 1 inch over the end of the extension we just placed. You're gonna use your 6-inch weft there. Then repeat that on the other side. And doing that gives you just like the perfect amount of extra volume so you can feel a little bit extra and great, but it also goes super, super quickly. And the reason that I like that diagonal placement is that it helps to even more naturally layer your hair extensions so they blend really, really well with the rest of your hair. And that way, because you're only wearing a couple, everything's very, very seamless. There are also some celebrity hairstylists that work with extensions who utilize that pattern over and over and over again. And there's a good reason for it. It just really works. My next one is for my people that like to wear their hair half up in like a party pony or a bun. A lot of times I try to wear a little party pony or whatever, and my hair's just not having it. There's 3 hairs in my ponytail and they're all sticking straight up. This is what I do in like 2 minutes to fix it. So you're going to take 2 wefts of your hair extensions. You can mess around with the size that you want, but I'm taking my 6-inch and my 4-inch hair extension wefts. And I'm going to part my hair right across the top as if I was gonna put a headband there. I'm gonna brush the hair back, and then I'm going to clip my extensions going straight back. It looks a little silly. It's kind of like a cape on top of your head, just going back. Then I'm gonna go 1 inch forward, make another line of hair, brush it back, and apply the 4-inch weft. Then I can take all the hair that I want in my little half-up ponytail, pull it back, secure it with an elastic, and my half-up ponytail all of a sudden looks so much better. That is possible because the extensions that I'm using have a very, very flat band. We love that. You kind of need that for this kind of style. But it just creates the fullest, most beautiful, like pop star ponytail out of 3 hairs in a second, and I love it. All right, next one. I am very, very passionate about this. Once you buy a set of extensions, every time you do a braid, you should use a 1-piece clip at the base of your braid. With Beyond, these are 1.5 inches wide. You just take your section that you're going to braid, clip it underneath, and incorporate that hair with your braid, and the braid is instantly fuller and thicker without you having to do extra work. Also, if you have darker hair and you picked extensions that are just a little bit lighter, it's gonna give you more dimension in your braid. It is the quickest, easiest way to become a braiding pro. And I feel like everybody needs to know that. Finally, this one was birthed out of the whole, like, I have shorter hair, it's harder to just pull it into a ponytail or a bun life. If you take a couple of hair extensions and clip them into your roots before you create your ponytail or bun, it's going to be fuller and thicker as if you had already grown your hair out. Yes! So for a high ponytail, I actually flip my head over and part my hair horizontally, and I'm gonna put in 2 6-inch long wefts, then just flip back up, pull my hair into a high ponytail, and I can wrap it into a bun super, super quickly. You don't realize the amazingness that is being able to throw your hair in a bun until you lose it. So I'm very much loving using my hair extensions to really fill out my tiny, tiny ponytail and make it into a beautiful, luscious top knot. But you can also use this if you're doing a ponytail, whether it's high or it's low. You can clip them in upside down like I just showed you, or right side up, still 6 inches. And it just gives you a little va-va-voom in your ponytail, so if you just want to feel a little bit cuter but not really spend much more time, that's a really good way to do it. And I feel like all of those are ways that you can get more use out of your hair extensions, because you don't have to use your entire set to get a really beautiful effect from them. So it's ways that you can kind of work it in day to day. So, you know, third day bun day, you can use your hair extensions then. Last minute date night, you can use your hair extensions then. It's just easy to be able to work it in with the little tips and tricks. Anna Laura says that she's used the Party Pony one when her hair was gross and she just wanted to be able to make everything look super good. She went with sleek and full. It works.
Ain't nobody got time for a shower.
And then the final thing that I want to talk about for getting the most out of our hair extensions is storing them properly. I'm just gonna go ahead and acknowledge, if you haven't experienced this yet, you will. Typically, if you're gonna wear all 10 sets of hair, you're gonna wear it on a night when they're gonna end up just crumpled and thrown in a corner at the end because you had way too much fun. And that is okay. I have been there, you will be there, and honestly, I hope you have a really good, safe, fun time. But then when you wake up the next morning, here's what we're gonna do to take care of our hair extensions. And you know, any time in between. First of all, you're gonna detangle them gently from roots to ends. I'm gonna say it again. We're gonna detangle them gently from roots to ends. I do not wanna see you guys pulling them out of a pile, grabbing the brush at the top and ripping it through. Why would you do that? If it would hurt if it was connected to your scalp, don't do it to your extensions. Okay, thanks. I'm opinionated on this one, guys. And then you want to take your little hair extension hanger and clip them nicely into the hair extension hanger. I like to lay them down with the widest bands first and then stack them up, just my personal way of doing it. And then you're ready to give them just a little bit of extra love. I think it's nice to take a little bit of lightweight oil and just run it through the very ends to like the middle to ends, wherever it feels like it could use just a little bit. Especially if you don't wear them every single day, it's nice to give them just a little bit of oil to sit with until you wear them the next time. It does not need to be a full oil treatment. I mean like whatever little like lightweight oil you would use to just kind of touch up your ends, that kind of thing. And then if you have a hair extension bag, I would say store it in that. That way there's no like dust or like rogue hairspray flying in the air or anything like that building up on them. It keeps them really safe and really smooth and ready to go for next time, whether you're just grabbing 1 or 2 wefts or the whole thing. If you do end up picking up a set of Beyond hair extensions, you can use code KMXBeyond for a free extension hanger and bag to keep your hair extensions looking amazing. Bonus points when you do store them, it is nice to store them in whatever kind of your signature wave or straight or whatever the texture is. If you store it in that texture, you're gonna be able to pull it out and go, because at least for me, you guys know, I wear my soft waves all the time. And so my extensions are always stored in a soft wave so I can grab and go and be ready. And I think that's a really easy way to make everything a lot easier for yourself so you're not constantly restyling. And that has been my big sister chat on how to get the most out of your hair extensions. Some of it is care, obviously. And some of it is myth busting the idea that you have to wear 10 pieces of hair every single time you do it. Even though I think that clip-in extensions are fairly quick and easy to do, it is even quicker and easier to just take 2 or 3 wefts and go. And I feel like it's really important to know that that's an option. That gives you so many more ways to use your hair extensions, but it also helps you to not wear out all of your extension wefts at the same time. It kind of gives a little bit more like even wear and longer wear over all of it. And honestly, as far as that goes, that is the tip of the iceberg. Hair extension pieces are basically just modules. It's not one whole set that gets copied and pasted every time. You have all these little pieces that you can work into your hairstyles however you want to. So I hope these ideas just kind of like started something for you, and I hope you continue to experiment and create your own tips and tricks as you move forward, because I know you guys can. You guys share stuff with me on social all the time of ways that you've modified stuff that I've taught you, and I love it. So if you do that, let me know. I will be excited. But that being said, I think that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. It helps support my channel and it helps, let me know that I did a good job teaching you guys today. If you have any more hair extension questions, leave them in the comments, because I'm thinking about doing another hair extension video soon with just like Q&A galore. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and join the Braidaholic family here on Kayley Melissa. We do all things hair, from care to styling, and I think it's a really fun time. And of course, everybody, hit that bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video. I love my notification squad. I always love seeing you guys come through in the comments. Let's get more people in the squad. But that being said, that is it for today's video. Whether you're old or new or a casual lurker, thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. Okay. So that they, oh no, I'm gonna drink some coffee. First of all, I actually need to expose myself.
You're exposing yourself?
No. Yikes. Yikes.